Welcome to the BVTV Network, coming to you from the UK studios of BizVision. I'm your host, Malcolm Gallagher. Now, this is episode 3 in the BVTV Growth Idea trilogy with business growth expert and managing director of Growth Idea. Hello again, Shweta.
Hi, Malcolm. How are you?
This is sadly the last one because I'm enjoying it so much. I'm inspired myself. You know, Shweta, I know that saying that growth kills debt, which is a sound desire, although debt or investment is usually needed to fund growth. But growth is not just another way of saying get more sales, is it? Growth triggers linked cogs such as capacity, knowledge, technology, capability, finance. What's your thoughts here on how our visionary entrepreneur should prepare a manageable growth plan?
Okay, so Malcolm, let me first of all shock the viewers a little bit by saying that we love that. Totally love that. Okay, absolutely. In fact, when we review our clients' financials, and if they don't have enough debt sitting on their accounts, there is a worry because they're still working with a very small business mindset, which is, as you said earlier, let's pay off the debt, right? Now let's go back to the first principles. What's debt? It's leverage. It can really give you leverage if you know how your business is delivering in terms of returns and at what cost you are actually getting this debt, right? It's a simple equation. What's your return and what's your cost, which is interest. Now, many businesses don't think like that. And I'm referring to SME leaders. They want to just clear the debt and have this nice little business, which is comfortable. But again, our clients think very differently. They're constantly looking for saying, how do we get leverage in our business? Now, look, let's, again, you will hear this many times in my conversations when I say, let's go back to first principles. There are two things which are required for sustainable growth, okay? One is the predictable growth, yes, the growth, but for that growth to happen, one requires growth capabilities, okay? Or production and production capability. Now, our definition of a business is, or just a simple way of looking at the business is, that it's your asset. And that's what you need to understand. I'm talking to the viewer right now, to you as a leader, that you need to understand that this is your asset. An asset means that it has got a saleable value. And it will have a saleable value only when it can deliver predictable returns without you, right? So you're not coming with that. And that will happen on the back of a couple of things. One is labor or people, right? And I'm talking in pure economics terms because I've studied economics. So labor or people, and then we're talking about capital. And then the third factor is technology. Now, these are the three key factors. Actually, two are big factors, which is people and capital here. Technology is an accelerator of the strategy, which is deployed with the help of people and capital. Now, if business owners are not thinking sufficiently, if they're just focused on their short term, saying, oh my God, I just need to make profit this year or this quarter, of course it's important. That's really required. But then how are you building capabilities for the future to create that predictability and sustainability, which is what makes your asset even more valuable? So going back, in fact, just today, I was having a discussion with a client who's growing rapidly. So we started working together. It's been nearly, I think, 1 year or so, one and a half years. And they're growing rapidly, like literally, I'm talking about 3-digit growth. Okay, and it's a good size business. Now, it's like actual release and of the growth potential. So massive growth happening. But now what's going on, that because of this growth, there is a ceiling that's being created in capacity form. So there is a capital expenditure that has been undertaken in terms of a big warehouse. It's required because we have a good sales and marketing machine working. But because of this investment, which is of a capital nature, capital expenditure, the growth still needs to catch up and go beyond. So now if you imagine a graph where you've taken a capital expenditure and the graph is like this, and the growth is still going up. But if you join these points, actually it's like in the shape of fish. I don't know if I can find it very quickly. I don't think I'll have the paper. So it's like in the shape of a fish. Now that's where swallowing the fish is required. And you know that it's required because you're creating that growth capability, but it feels tough. And if someone does not have the right support, the right intel, the right strategy, the right viewpoint, the future vision of saying, I understand it's predictable. It's supposed to happen. I have to go through this stage to go beyond it, where you actually start getting really huge return. Then people throw in the towel. They get worried, they get scared, and they stop from creating growth capability, and they give themselves a narrative once again to say, actually, you know what, I'm okay here. And that's precisely what we're doing day in and day out with our clients, saying actually get the right leverage. And it's okay. If there's a little bit of a bump, it's okay. It's not that. There is this future pathway that's being created here. And I can give you examples after examples where people are investing in their people, they're investing in technology, they're investing in space, they're investing in different channels. But the biggest investment, Malcolm, that we focus on and I focus on as a person is the investment in the leader. And when they choose to work with us, that's exactly, or when they choose to work with you, Malcolm, that's exactly what they're doing. They're investing in themselves, in their people, because that investment never goes to waste. And better they become, better decision making and resource deployment that they're going to do, which will create generational wealth, generational value, not just for themselves, but for a much bigger set of people in society that they're in. That's what I'm interested in. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Growth is not easy.
I love your intelligent handholding. And well, it is. The fish analogy is wonderful. Of course, you do realize I'm going to bore somebody at the next dinner party if they serve a fish course, don't you?
Be my guest. Do that. But you know what, Malcolm? It's anyone can flip a coin. Right? Any child can flip a coin, and there's a 50% chance people will get it right. But if your ambition is there to be a really big business doing amazing things, then you don't want to be flipping coins. You want to have high probability of success chances. And then you want to be making many more decisions. And I tell our clients, I said, it will never be 100%. It's all testing and measuring. But if I can improve your probability of success from 50% to even 75, 80%, and you're making more decisions, you're unstoppable. The compounding, if you do the maths, the compounding factor is huge. And that's what's required. And when people have someone who's backing them up with intelligence, with strategy, with accountability, with discipline, oh my God, it's beautiful.
Excellent. Yes. And now let's tell people how they can go and get that opportunity. Give viewers and listeners your details of your URL, which is obviously viewers you can see on the screen behind me. But for listeners, it's all the www.growthidea.co.uk, www.growthidea.co.uk. Now, Shweta's book is called Sparks, Ideas to Ignite Your Business Growth, and you can get a free copy, just pay for the post and packing, by visiting growthidea.co.uk. In many ways, business growth has become almost an abused phrase by lots of people. Say, oh, well, I'll help you grow your business. And in some cases, something to beat the business owner or the entrepreneur around the head about. Growth is important. But as I trust you've just learned from this trilogy with true growth expert, Shweta Jhajharia, it's something to approach in a disciplined and strategic manner. Thanks, Shweta, for your trilogy.
Thank you for having me over, Malcolm. Appreciate that.